ambitions and goals with, I guess, like Trifecta specifically, as far as just expanding and being in other places?
So the empire part of the team definitely speaks to the volumes of ambition there. We want to work very diligently to scale to other places. Of course, starting with the local scene to have those strong roots and foundation where we are, but slowly pushing across the East Coast, like going places that are within driving distance, whether that be Philly, Baltimore, Jersey, DC, and then going from there, building the same thing we've built here in those different areas and working towards spreading, honestly, as far as we can go, as high as we can take it.
Now, when we were talking about like when you started off doing the showcases and you were trying to appeal to the business owners, you mentioned that like sometimes people have feelings associated with hip hop events or just the hip hop culture in general. Can you get like a little more specific of like what that is and I guess like how that makes you feel as someone who is a hip hop artist with a predominantly hip hop label? Like, what are some of those things that you face and like what are some of the things that you may do to combat that?
I mean, definitely a bit of that I feel like is, and it's a larger conversation as well, but like hip hop being predominantly like run by minorities, I feel like there's a connotation there also with when you hear hip hop, a lot of the hip hop at a high level even as well, like there's different things being glorified, there's different subjects being talked about, but it's not specifically just because it's like, oh, this is all heads have to say. It's because those are experiences and different things that you deal with in urban communities. So like, if that's their version of the story they're telling and this is what they're painting, it can be a thing where if that's the popular, then, oh, that must be all of it.
But what specifically is that?
So like, I'm trying to get a better grasp, but it's like when you say like, what is it specifically?
I think what you're trying to allude to is that there's violence in hip hop, right? Like in some violence in hip hop, sometimes it glorifies dealing drugs. I mean, Jay-Z was a crack dealer that turned into an entrepreneur, a businessman. And I mean, even there's some lesson in that. He wasn't just a crack dealer, he was a crack dealer with a business plan and that turned into a businessman. Sorry, a businessman. I mean, like me personally, if I could just talk about my personal feelings with it, I think people who have that feeling towards hip hop in general, generally full of I mean, we talk about glorifying violence. Who doesn't love The Godfather Part 1 and 2? Who doesn't love Goodfellas? Who doesn't love Casino? You know what I mean? Like, it's not just hip hop is just the violent genre. I mean, you have violent movies, you have violent books. I mean, people love true crime. You know, there's a whole, yep. Like, there's a whole group of people in society that love just watching other people, or not watching other people get murdered. That's snuff films, that's not what we're talking about. Yes. But like, love the content talking about how someone was murdered and how bad it was and how gruesome it was. Why is hip hop any different from a mafia movie? Why is hip hop any different from Call of Duty? Call of Duty has a Mountain Dew sponsorship. So like, I guess like my question to you is like, how the do you feel about it?
I feel like overall, the connotation that hip hop gets is definitely one of those things where if people want to have an opinion, they're going to have it. Like, you can't convince everybody of what's more grained in reality. But hip hop is a wide variety of things. It's not just gangster rap. It's not just trap or drill. Like, there's just regular party records. There's more intimate love songs being made. There's songs where people are just talking about their feelings or issues they've faced. Like, just in any genre of music, you can find like violent lyrics, different things, glorifying things people may seem as negative across any form of music, regardless of the genre, really. And it's one of those things where, again, being from the inner city, like, we're already used to facing obstacles and challenges and overcoming them. It's just another obstacle, another thing to overcome, and keep pushing towards being an example of this is the art, it's not the culture. Like a piece of art within the culture does not define the entire culture.
And just like you said, hip hop is more than just gangster rap. It's more than drill. I mean, there's emo rap, there's rock rap. I mean, Lil Wayne did a rock album back in the day. Yeah, that wasn't really the same content as some of the earlier stuff that he did. So, like, what do you do, if anything specific? Like, how do you deal with those stereotypes, and how do you manage, how do you promote, and how do you deal with people's negative feelings with that? Because even though like it is hip hop specific, you're still trying to appeal to the masses, right?
Yeah. So I would say, of course, each artist has their own different approach as far as marketing. Everyone's going to have a different demographic, a different fan base that you're reaching and pitching towards. The main thing just to remember when we're doing all of this is that we're here for the people that want to be here. Like, no one's going to force feed music to someone and make them a fan. Our job is to put out content, put ourselves out there as far as opportunities, and put in the work to get in front of as many people as possible. And the people that naturally are drawn in or want to learn more about the artist, want to actually like the music, come to the concerts, those are the people we hyper focus on.
Hello, Garrick here. Jay is in the background editing, while I sit here and contemplate new ideas for content. Thank you for watching this clip. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Please support. I'd like for them to buy me more treats and toys. Check out our new Instagram page at GS After Dark for more content and a form to fill out if you want to be on the show. All the links will be in the description below. Thank you for watching this clip from
Good Soup After Dark.
Nickname Petco, hold up on the neck, though I'm trying to get the kitty. Yeah, I'm a boss, what you thought. Still whooping ass when the gang ain't with me. Still whooping ass when the gang ain't with me. Still whooping ass when the gang ain't with me. Team full of dogs, nickname Petco, hold up on the neck, though I'm trying to get the kitty. Chill, girl, we ain't in no rush. Waking your neighbors, we ain't going hush. Chill, girl, I be on for a minute. I gotta go to, I fly back when I'm finished. Big business, we winning. I'm going in this. I don't believe them. They be pretending. What is you on? How much you spending?